Hey friends, welcome back to Dragons and Spaceships, where we talk about the stories that keep us up at night, sometimes because of wonder and magic, and sometimes because of absolute psychological terror. Today, it's the latter, because today we are diving into Verity by Colleen Hoover, a book that has haunted BookTok, launched 1,000 think pieces, and left me whispering, what did I just read? If you've read it, you already know. If you haven't, buckle up. Things are about to get real dark real fast. So yes, we are heading into psychological thriller territory today, but first, before things get truly unhinged, let's take a quick detour onto something a little softer, a trending fantasy romance that is lighting up BookTok in a very different way. Just released in early February, Wings of Starlight is already a #1 NYT US Today and indie bestseller, a dreamy YA fantasy rom-com set in Pixie Hollow. It follows Clarion, a warm-seasoned fairy soon to become queen, who defies rules by venturing into the dreaded winter woods. There she meets Milori, a winter wood guardian, and together they must battle a mysterious monster, sparking magic, political stakes, and forbidden star-crossed romance. If you're craving whimsical worlds, regal responsibilities, and a slow burn fairy romance, this one may be your next cozy escape. Okay, back to Verity. Here's the setup. Lowen Ashley is a struggling writer who gets the opportunity of a lifetime. Finish a famous author's best-selling book series after that author, Verity Crawford, is severely injured and unable to continue writing. To prepare, Lowen moves into Verity's home with her husband, Jeremy, and their young son to go through her notes and outlines. But instead of outlines, Lowen finds something else, a manuscript, an autobiography written by Verity. And what's in it? It's not safe for bedtime. We're talking confessions of a woman who admits to dark, violent thoughts about motherhood, marriage, and her own children. And as Lowen digs deeper, the lines between fiction and reality start to blur in the most disturbing ways. Is Verity really unable to move? Is Lowen safe in this house? And can Jeremy be trusted? This book is like Gone Girl and Haunting of Hill House had a baby during a thunderstorm. Here's why it works. The pacing is relentless. It reads like a horror movie where every chapter ends with you yelling, just one more. The found manuscript trope, a brilliant narrative trick. You get sucked into Verity's voice and it's disgusting, horrifying, seductive all at once. Unreliable, everything. Verity's version, Jeremy's version, Lowen's paranoia. You never quite know what's real. The morality spiral, you're not rooting for anyone, and yet you can't stop reading. It taps into that dark voyeurism, the part of you that wants to peek behind the curtain of someone else's most shameful thoughts. And then there's the ending. Okay, now we're going to get to the part where there's going to be a spoiler. So if you haven't read it, go ahead and take a break. Come back when you've read it. Okay, this is where things get spicy and deeply unsettling. So Lowen is reading this horrifying manuscript Verity wrote, where Verity admits to resenting her twin daughters, is jealous of them for taking Jeremy's attention, confesses to killing one of them by letting her drown. Oh, and she may have tried to self-induce a miscarriage out of spite. But here's the kicker. Lowen starts falling for Jeremy, and together they start suspecting that Verity, who's catatonic in bed, might actually be faking it. Eventually, Lowen finds Verity standing and moving. The illusion is shattered. She tells Jeremy, and Jeremy kills her. Yes, straight up. But then, the letter. After Verity's death, Lowen finds a hidden letter, allegedly written by Verity, claiming that the entire manuscript is just an excuse in character development. She was never a monster. She was writing from the POV of a villain to get into character. And she faked her condition to protect herself from Jeremy because he had found the manuscript and became violent with her. So now the real question is, was Verity the villain or the victim? And did Lowen just help kill an innocent woman? Here's the truth. We never really know. And that's the genius of this book. Every reader walks away with a different theory. Some believe the manuscript was real. Others are convinced the letter was the truth. And some think everyone's lying, including Lowen. So readers are left with two possible theories. One, the manuscript was real and the letter was a last-ditch manipulation. Or Verity was a genius writer whose fake story got her murdered. It's twisted, it's sick, and I could not stop turning pages. Oh, and in case you missed it, Verity is officially headed to the big screen. That's right, Colleen Hoover's mind-bending thriller is being adapted into a film with production starting soon and a release expected sometime next year. If you thought reading it messed up with your brain, just wait till it's in a Dolby surround sound. Consider this your warning. Reread it before the chaos hits the theaters. Now we're shifting from brain-crushing psychological horror to a brand new thriller hitting shelves this week. We are going to highlight Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. This will be released June 24th, 2025. Here's the setup. Nina Swan receives a condolence card from her late husband's old friend, Nick Radcliffe, who seems charming, polished, and a little too perfect. Meanwhile, in a nearby town, Martha senses something is off with her husband, who keeps disappearing on work trips. As two women spiral into Nick's orbit and Nina's daughter, Ash, starts digging into Nick's past, they all end up on a collision course with a terrifying truth far darker than anyone expected. Described by Booklist and Publishers Weekly as twisty, compulsive, dark, and with Emily Henry calling it creepy, twisty, and compulsively rereadable, this is thriller territory, dripping with secrets, charm, and horror under the surface. If you're craving psychological suspense that gets under your skin, this new Lisa Jewell is absolutely one to watch for. That's what's buzzing in the book world. Now let's tackle a question from one of you. This question is, have you read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and is it worth picking it up? Oh, absolutely. Yours Truly is such a gem. It follows Dr. Brianna Ortiz, who is dealing with a messy divorce, family stress, and a career pressure, and Dr. Jacob Maddox, the painfully awkward new guy at her hospital. They start writing each other letters, yes, real letters, and what unfolds is a sweet, slow burn romance with a surprising amount of emotional depth. If you love the fake dating trope with a side of deep personal healing, this one's for you. Should I do a full episode on it? Let me know because I have thoughts. So, are you team manuscript or team letter? I want to hear your theories. I want your rage. I want your red string conspiracy boards. Next episode, we're cleansing our palates, or maybe not, with something a little less murdery. Unless you want to do more, then we'll double down. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and lock your bedroom door before reading anything by Colleen Hoover ever again. Until next time, keep reading, stay curious, and may your TBR pile never stop growing.